Hi guys, what is up? It's Michaela here from the Mom and Baby House. Today we're filming once again in Cape Town in sunny South Africa. We'll be chatting to another mom and daughter duo, and that is the Souls in Motion. Amy is a doula and also provides antenatal classes, and her mom Beryl is a pregnancy yoga instructor. Hope you guys enjoy. First, I just want to welcome you guys to our shop today, and thank you for being here and being able to chat with the moms watching and the moms to be about what you're all about and the services you provide.
Thank you. Thanks.
You can introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Amy, and this is my mom Beryl. So we are Souls in Motion. The idea around moving into life and then moving through life with the birth and the yoga. So I am a doula. I'm a doula trainer. And then mom's a yoga teacher. She teaches general yoga as well as pregnancy yoga. And then we run antenatal workshops together. So we run group workshops, and we can also do customized mindful birthing workshops just for couples who want something a little bit more customized, where we don't share as much detail. But
Yeah.
So that's Souls in Motion, the birth side and the yoga side. It works quite well together.
Combined, coming together.
And the service is offered in Somerset West.
Yes.
That is in the Western Cape, in sunny South Africa, but not so sunny at the moment. Okay, so you've answered my question, what is Souls in Motion? I think it's a wonderful collaboration between a mom and a daughter.
It
So I think
does
it
help
goes.
that our surname is Souls.
Yes.
Oh wow!
No, definitely.
Okay, that's
that's a part of it.
amazing. Yes, that's excellent.
I definitely like to kickstart off with the yoga in terms of for pregnant moms. A lot of people know about yoga, the benefits, why it's good for you, what poses to do, what not. But how does it differ from pregnancy yoga, just normal yoga, and how does it benefit the moms?
Okay, how does pregnancy
Big
yoga
question.
benefit moms? All right, in so many ways.
Yeah.
So first of all, from a purely physiological point of view, the movement of yoga, the flow of yoga, helps with all kinds of issues that we experience during pregnancy. It helps with nausea, it can help with sleeplessness, it helps circulation, it can help if you have swollen ankles. So on many levels, physically, it helps. On emotional levels, it helps enormously. The breath, which is an integral part of any yoga practice, helps to alleviate anxiety and fears during pregnancy. It helps during the birthing process. So during a pregnancy yoga class, we focus, as we would in any class, on the breath. So for a mom to be, it makes her familiar with, aware of the breath. And it allows her to learn how to use the breath to change her own internal environment. So to create a space of calm, a space of peace within herself that she can then carry through into her birth experience. We of course go into that in a great deal more detail in our birthing weekends or workshops that we do.
Of course.
But it is a part of the yoga practice. So on another level, just being in her body and embracing the changes of a pregnancy allows the mom to find the joy in pregnancy. So instead of becoming alienated from this body that's changing into something unrecognizable, she starts enjoying it, and she starts being a part of the process rather than having it happen to her.
No, definitely.
So it builds up strength, which is important to help her carry this baby, to help her body deal with it. It of course is important during birth, and of course in the recovery after birth. So that all helps. Yes, it helps her to feel, it releases endorphins, that whole process, the releasing of tension with the breath work and the physical movement. Those feel-good hormones that are wonderful for mom and for baby.
Yes.
They benefit baby as well. So you create
keeping
that.
your shape for afterwards. If you have natural birth, not cesarean section, a natural birth, then you can get your shape back
So
quickly.
it allows a mom to move towards her birth feeling strong, feeling good, feeling beautiful, feeling connected to her baby and to herself. That's an important aspect of the pregnancy.
And how often should a mom attend a class? What would be the ideal, 2 or 3 times a week?
So it would be wonderful to do it 3 times a
Yes,
week.
because I
That's
can't
not-
think that you can do it less and then expect any benefits from it.
You
Strength
can,
benefits,
strangely
isn't
enough,
it?
even just a once a week class
Sure.
can enable,
Okay.
can bring about a big shift. But what happens then is a mum learns certain postures in a yoga class, which then when she's feeling uncomfortable at home, she can do, she can use it. So yes, the idea is even to do it often. So even if you only come to a class once a week, you can take little
Still
bits
do
out
it,
of it
so-
and you can use it, because we
Yes.
talk throughout the class as to how this posture is going to assist you during your pregnancy, during preparing for the birth, the last trimester, helping baby to
Yes.
move into the ideal birthing position, how it will help you during birth. So you
Yes.
can play with those postures at home, and a lot of the mothers do that. Yeah.
I've attended a few yoga classes where I must say, and because I like yoga and I do meditation as well, so I'm very aware of the breathing element, but because she was talking so much and correcting others around me and not reminding us to breathe, not creating a space to become quiet within, because there's so much going on in our lives. It was actually making me feel more tense, and I left not feeling relaxed.
Okay.
But I think we're getting a little bit off
Yeah,
topic
but
here.
it's very important
but-
that the viewers should know that there's different types of yoga, and we're going to focus on yoga that focuses, like the traditional yoga, on the breathing, because you
On the
can't
breath,
do
yeah.
it without it.
And
It
the
just
breath
won't.
is incredibly
Yes,
important for
it
labour.
is.
I mean,
Huge.
breath is the reason. It's part of hypnobirthing. It's part of labour. I mean, when you are in control of your breath, you're in control of your body in
Yeah.
a way.
We
Not that you
always-
want to be in control
That's
during
right.
labour, but if you own your breath, then nobody can
Yes.
take that power away from you. And
My
it's-
mom actually turned me when she was expecting me, she actually turned me with her yoga breathing methods that she was taught back in the day. So
So
that
it's
was very
incredibly
impressive.
powerful practice. You know.
Yes.
That's why it's so important
Yeah.
in the yoga.
So in the pregnancy yoga, just making the breath a familiar to the mom to be, enables it to be a go-to place during pregnancy, during birth. You know, just we do teach, as I said, the breathing techniques that they can then use actively during birth. But yes, so we teach a relaxing breath to help moms just to find that place of ease when they're anxious, when they can't sleep at night, when they're concerned about what's
I
coming.
think-
Yeah, sure.
We all experience that to a lesser or greater degree.
No, of course. I think the biggest thing, anyone watching this or any mom, and that I'm certainly taking from what you said, is, creating a calming environment within. Because you can control internal factors, but you cannot control external factors
Exactly.
taking place in your life.
Exactly.
So the breathing helps us so much more than just the flow of the movements.
Exactly.
And what you mentioned earlier, you spoke about an inner awareness.
Yes.
So a pregnancy class should ideally
I did want
create
to
that.
talk about, while we're on the topic of the yoga, is how safe is it for moms to do in terms of can they do it throughout the entire pregnancy, or is there a certain time during the pregnancy after X amount of months that they shouldn't be doing certain poses?
Okay, so if you have had a yoga practice before you fell pregnant, you can
Yes.
carry on with that yoga practice. And often moms do. They'll carry on in their yoga class that they like and they know
Yes.
for at least the first trimester. You can come into a pregnancy yoga class if you have been doing yoga. If you haven't, if yoga is new to you, then rather wait until you're 12 weeks and then join a pregnancy yoga
Okay.
class. But if it's familiar to you, by all means, just carry straight on.
And
moving
then just
on.
touch on the relaxing and why.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
Will you carry on? Yeah.
Well, when a pregnant woman, because of the hormones and the of pregnancy, she's releasing a lot of relaxin, and her muscles are stretchier. She's
Ligaments
and tendons. So
It
often.
doesn't feel like that, but it is actually true.
Yeah, especially in the second trimester when you're feeling amazing. So obviously, then sometimes women will do too much because it's easier to do that,
Okay.
which can. So just to be aware of that. But as Mom says, if you're centered and present and in touch, then that's unlikely to happen.
Yeah. So you don't want to burst through any barriers during pregnancy. You're not trying to do the best ever, whatever.
So much respect for
You're
women that
just
do that.
working with your body, enjoying it, supporting your baby.
Yes.
Yeah, so does that answer your question?
Yes, no, completely. I was about to shoot
what
into the
you
next
said,
one, but
yeah.
I'm giving you some time.
No, we just wanted to touch on the subject of visualizations that you also
Yeah, I think it
practice.
ties in perfectly with everything that's
Yeah.
Sivan mentioned.
Okay, so a part of a yoga practice is what we call shavasana at the end of a yoga practice, which is a period of deep rest and relaxation. So we practice that in pregnancy yoga, of course, as well. And during that, it really is, in my pregnancy yoga classes anyway, it's a guided visualization. So we use visualization as an aid to take you into a place of deep relaxation. Okay? Not everybody needs that aid. Sometimes you're able to...
Who are these people?
We all need it.
You're able to access that place without visualization, but it
Yeah.
often helps to just take you into that place of ease. But then we use visualization specifically. We know that our body listens to our mind. We know that. I think we've all played with that little visualization of cutting a lemon into quarters and sucking on
feel
one
it.
quarter.
Sure, I'm
And you
feeling
feel
great.
the saliva in your mouth. So
Yes.
your body listens to your mind.
Yeah.
So we use
Fortunately
that.
and unfortunately.
Yeah. So we use that to help us achieve certain things.
For me, in my head, it was like light bulbs going off, but I'm assuming this is something obvious for you moms here, or I'm the only odd one out, is that whatever the mom is feeling and experiencing, so is the baby. And I think that is a big connection that people forget about. So when you see pregnancy yoga, don't just think about yourself, think about the child as well.
Yeah.
You're always, keeping them into consideration because it's got such a magnificent effect on them on a physiological level, and then, of course, as they develop.
Yes.
There was something else I wanted to touch on about the...
While you think about
Yeah.
that, so during a pregnancy class we'll talk all the time of in this posture, you're
Yes.
creating a hammock for your baby, you're releasing
Very
your lower
important.
back, you're releasing pressure on your pelvic floor, So the
Yeah.
baby comes into, which leads to
I
a...
just also wanted to emphasize the fact that the visualization is also something that you can assist moms with, being a doula.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course, we've spoken about this and we've covered it in previous videos, etc. But it's also just nice for the viewers to know that
Yeah.
if you can't get, or you're not in a position where you can do the pregnancy yoga, you can also get that same type of support on another level, maybe not as physical, but more the emotional support from the doulas, obviously.
Yes, so we often run through visualizations, practice visualizations with my doula clients, and then obviously the antenatal workshops, because it's based on the Mama Bamba Way, which is Robin Sheldon's book
Yes.
that I brought to show you. And there's you get a book with the workshop when you sign up for the workshop, and there are a lot of practical visualizations and relaxations and guided visualizations that your birth partner can take you through during pregnancy. So we'll
important.
practice those over the weekend. So our antenatal classes generally run over a weekend. It's a Saturday and Sunday, full day, and for the pregnant person and their birth partner. And then one of the tools that we cover will be the relaxations and the visualizations, and we encourage you then to practice them at home.
Yes.
As Mom says, the more familiar you become with that space, the easier it is to access when you're in labour.
Yes,
So
of
even
course.
if you just practice a relaxation where you just soften your body, the more familiar you become with that feeling of your whole body being soft and limp, the easier it is during labour, with a few prompts from your doula, from your birth partner, to come back to that place where your body is soft. The ideal is that your body is completely soft and only your uterus and those muscles are working. So all your energy, all the oxygenated blood is flowing to the uterus. And that's the real benefit around relaxation. I'm sure you covered that in your hypnobirthing chat.
Yes,
It's a similar type of experience, so we don't,
helps you conserve that energy. So your
Exactly.
energy is just being channeled to really where it needs to go, and you're not wasting any of it. You're just staying in that calm, centered place.
And
Yes.
the book that you are talking about, can you just show that to the camera? Is this unique to South Africa
Yes,
and then
so-
to Western Cape? Or
can you see it?
Yes.
Website.
Yes,
So
So we
Robin,
have people coming to our workshops and saying to us, we thought we were here to learn how to have a baby, but we've helped us to learn how to live life.
It's an approach, and I think this is why it can be so helpful bringing it into your life, is that we really look at what are your fears and how can you release those fears and release resistance, because the biggest stumbling block in any labor is resistance.
Yes.
As soon as you're resisting, you're tightening, you're taking energy away from the uterus, and fear is contraindicated.
Could please demonstrate us a few of the yoga poses?
Yes, we'll do a little flow that you could come across in a yoga practice. Okay, so we're going to just move through a simple yoga flow that you might come across in a pregnancy yoga class, or one of my pregnancy yoga classes anyway, and I'll talk you through it as though you were in a class. Okay, so we start feet comfortably apart, lifting, lengthening through the crown, creating space as you lift up and out of your pelvis. And on the inhale, breathe your arms up next to your ears. Lift and lengthen from the soles of your feet to the tips of your fingers. Coming over a little towards the left, lift and lengthen through the right arm and coming back to center. And over to the right as you extend, creating space for your baby, for your breath through the left side of your body. As you exhale, coming forward with a long flat back. Soften your knees if you need to and relax the head down. Make sure there's enough space for your belly between your legs. And you sink down, nod your head yes gently, and shake it no, releasing any tension. Rolling your sitting bones up towards the sky. Your shoulders are heavy, your head is heavy. And on the inhale, you walk your hands forward and come gently down onto hands and knees, rounding into an angry cat. Press your sitting bones back and down to your heels, lower your chest, slide yourself forward through your hands and inhale into a cow. Rounding into angry cat and pushing back and down. Let's rest here for a moment. Big toes touching, knees are as wide as your mat, and you extend forward. Breathing up and down the back of your body, easing into your lower back. Lovely position for early labor, helping baby to move into the right position, releasing any tension in your lower back, in the pelvic floor, just softening, easing, lengthening, creating space as you lengthen through the side of your body. Slide your hands under your shoulders, slide your nose along the floor, up the wall in front of you, and you scoop yourself up, rocking onto all fours. And we round up once again. Bring your right knee towards your right shoulder. And on the inhale, you take the leg away from you and you lift it up. And bring that knee in. Lift your baby up towards your spine. Create space. And on the inhale, open up into the front of the hip. If you feel balanced, if you feel comfortable, bring the left arm up. Reach forward through your fingertips, back through your toes, and feel that openness through your body. Breathing deep and easy. Hand to the floor. Bring the foot over towards the left and look over your left shoulder, squeezing into the left side of your body, opening up space in the right side of your body. And bring that leg up behind you. You bring the foot over towards the right, heel in line with the knee on the floor, toes point away from you, and you sink deep into that lunge, releasing into that hip joint, softening into it. Walk the foot halfway between where it is in the top corner of your mat, bend the knee and circle into that hip, releasing deep into and around that hip joint. Move your circle in the other direction and walk the foot onto your mat in front of your hip. Right, sink nice and deep, feel a stretch there through both hips. You can stay here if you feel comfortable, or you can bring your hands to your thighs, lifting. Press the hands on the middle of the thigh. Take your baby and your heart away from your thigh. You can stay here if you need to, or breathe your arms up. Lift the heart, melt your shoulder blades down your back. Lovely, deep, easy breaths. Right, and bringing the hands either side of that front foot, belly on the inside of your thigh, and walk the foot across your mat. So the gentler the stretch you need, you bring your hip and your left hip and your right heel closer together. If you want a deeper stretch, you move the foot parallel to the end of your mat and bring yourself forward. So you come as far forward as feels good for you. You're getting a lovely stretch here through the hip. This helps alleviate back pain you might experience during pregnancy. Creates a suppleness and openness. If you feel comfortable, you can come down onto your forearms. If you've got the space, just find where the stretch is for you. Rock yourself gently into that space, easing yourself into it. Right, and we bring the hands to the floor. You extend your spine again, creating that space, breathing deeply. A long, deep inhale as you come up. Curl the back toes under. You lift the knee, bring the foot through, and lift it up. Chest to thigh, and you bring the foot to meet the foot on the floor. Sink into your down dog, taking your feet as wide apart as your mat. Walk your hands back under your chest. Take hold of your forearms and gently rock from side to side. Feeling that softness, that ease through your shoulders, through your head. Bend your knees, release your arms, tuck your tail under, hands to your baby as you come up, lift and lengthen, and release.
Hopefully new moms out there have got a better idea of what yoga looks like, pregnancy yoga specifically, and I really hope you enjoyed this content. Thanks again for coming out and joining us
Pleasure.
today,
Thanks
and we hope to be seeing you in the future.
Thank you for having us.
No, you're welcome.
That's
Hi guys, if you enjoyed this content, please be so kind to give this video a like, share, subscribe, check out our Facebook page, and stay tuned for our next video coming up. Hope you have a lovely day. From those poses you could get it more or less. No, don't laugh at me.
I wasn't.
But I could feel you.
My camera face.
I could feel like your eyes burning into my skull while I was trying to look.
They're all the same. Sure. I can feel you looking.
It's like a fly always in your ear.
Okay, why don't you be quiet? I'm going to edit you out.
I'm sure you will.